welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you 8 baby names, 4 girl names, and 4 boy names that I love, but for whatever reason, I won't be using. I actually got the idea for this video from another YouTuber named Caitlin, whose channel I will link below. I've seen videos like this shared on other people's channels, but normally they tend to be YouTubers that are either currently pregnant or have recently given birth. And for some reason, I see that it's becoming more popular among YouTubers that are not pregnant and are not thinking about having kids anytime soon. But for me, I love thinking about the future family that I'm going to have someday. So I always have baby names in the back of my head. So I thought it would be really cool to kind of share names that I do love, but I kind of am positive that I won't be using. So if you'd like to hear what those names are, please keep watching. Okay, so the first name on my list is Haven. I love this name. It kind of reminds me of heaven. When I think of the name Haven, I just think of like a really cute little well-behaved girl. I like the name Haven because it is very unique. I definitely think that your daughter will probably be the only person in her preschool class with that name. But for me personally, I think it might be a little bit too unique, and I don't think I'll actually use that name when I am lucky enough to give birth to a daughter. The second name on the list is Siga. I absolutely love this name. I think it's light. I think it's unique. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. The first time that I actually heard the name Siga was through one of my high school teachers. She got pregnant while I was in high school and named her daughter Siga, and I just thought that it was the most beautiful name ever. However, it is a Gaelic name. And for those of you that are Irish or are familiar with the Gaelic language at all, you know that the way Gaelic names are pronounced completely different from the way they are spelled. So Saoirse is actually spelled Saoirse. So as a person who has grown up with a name that is pretty hard to spell. Usually when I say, hi, my name is Cherelle, people immediately start writing SH or SA. So I just kind of want to save my daughter that. And I probably would not use the name Saoirse just because I'm sure that no one will ever know how to correctly spell it. And I would want to follow that spelling. I wouldn't want to like try to make up my own unique spelling. So I think I'll stay away from the name Saoirse, even though I think it's beautiful. The next name on the list is Sigalita. And I actually heard this name for the first time through Real Housewives of New Jersey. For those of you that watch the show but may not know, Siggy, the woman on the show, I was going to say character, and I'm like, she's not really a character. She's a real person. The woman on the show, her real name is Sigalita, and Siggy is just a nickname. I think it's such a beautiful name. It's so different. It's so unique. And I absolutely love the nickname Siggy. But I still think that between the pronunciation and the spelling, it might just be a little bit too unique for me to use for my future daughter. And last on my list of girl names is Rowan. When I think of the name Rowan, I think of like a fiery redhead. I just think of, you know, this like beautiful little girl with this beautiful long red hair. But again, I think that it might be just a little bit too unique. And I think unless I end up having like 10 daughters, I don't think it would rank high enough on my list of names for me to actually use it. Now moving on to boy names. The first name on my list is Ezra. And yes, I'm pretty basic because the first time I ever heard this name was on Pretty Little Liars, but I absolutely loved it. I fell in love with it. I think it's very unique. When I think of the name Ezra, I think of like a very cool, artistic kind of little boy. And for me, I would say one of the biggest reasons for most of the names that I chose for the boys that I won't be using, the biggest reason that I won't be using these names is because I'm a strong believer in that I think that boys need nicknames. I think that it's so cool, like when a boy is named, you know, Nicholas and you call him Nick, or, you know, Christopher and you call him Chris. I just think that boys need nicknames. Boys need to be able to shorten their name and have like a cool nickname. So Ezra unfortunately doesn't really allow for that. I mean, I guess you could call him E or something like that. But for me, I think that Ezra could be something. I'm not going to completely say that I would never use it because I really do love the name. But as of right now, I'm not sure if it would rank high enough for me to actually use it. The second name on the list is Christopher. I love the name Christopher. I love the meaning behind the name Christopher. However, there are a million Christophers in my family, on both sides of my family. Like, I have multiple cousins named Christopher on both sides. So for me, I just think, unfortunately, thanks to my aunts and uncles, the name has been completely worn out. And although I love it, it will not be used as a first name, maybe as a middle name, but definitely not a first name. We're all Chris'd out in my family. The next name on the list is Mason. I love the name Mason. When I think of a little boy named Mason, I just think of like a little brunette boy that's like cute and chubby and you just like want to eat him up. But unfortunately, like I stated before, I'm a firm believer in boys having nicknames. And I guess you could call him Mace or something like that. But again, I'm just not really sure if it would rank high enough for me to actually use it. Last but not least is the name Jackson. I love the name Jackson. There's actually a YouTube couple. Oh my God, what is their name? Totally forgot their name, but they do have a son named Jackson and he's cute. He's like little and blonde. I absolutely love him. I love watching their vlogs with him in it. But again, I don't think that this name would rank high enough for me to actually use it. However, if it did, I know for sure that I would not spell it the normal way, like the Michael Jackson way. I would definitely spell it Jackson. I think that Jackson is a kind of common name, definitely as a last name, and I would want to add another level to uniqueness to it. So if it did ever become something I would use, I would definitely spell it differently. So that's it for my 8 baby names that I love, but I unfortunately will not be using. Who knows, maybe there'll be a video in, 5, 10, 15 years and I'll be talking to you guys about my kids and you guys will bring this up and be like, I thought you said you'd never name your kid blah, blah, blah. And I actually did use it. So we'll see what happens, but I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Maybe if one of you are pregnant or soon to be pregnant, you will fall in love with one of these names and you'll end up using them for your own kid. But I definitely hope you enjoyed watching this video. I promise I will be uploading content on my channel more regularly. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to my channel, and coming back for more. Thanks so much. Bye.